Okay, and that has become very populated in the winter because of the skiing. It didn't happen till long after I left here, and it happened. Now, between Owakuni and another place, it's called Makaranui.
Makaranui.
Okay? There's a little one-horse town place where I grew up.
It's not even a dairy there.
But there's a marae there.
Hey.
And where you went, Makaranui is about centre between Owakuni Township and Ratahi,
You would have been about 5 minutes from
where you met that fella down there who knew Lum,
Yeah.
because that was Percy's name.
Well, that was the first I heard of it.
Yeah.
And so proudly said, no, I'm Percy Bishop's
You
daughter. I know, that's
So-
his name.
The distance here, roughly about 5 k's
Yep.
and 5 k's. Okay,
That's not
so there's
far.
2 little bush towns on either side of the where I actually grew up. Now we're going down line. It's about 20 miles. How many k's is 20 miles?
about
Is that about 40 k's or 30 k's?
2.2 kilometres in a mile.
I'll put 35 k's, okay,
Yep.
without looking at the metric scale. It's the big Whanganui River that flows around and comes out down at the mouth of the Wanganui at a city called Wanganui, which is right on the
I've been there.
on the east coast. Okay, you've seen that river.
Yep.
Okay, well, upstream from that river, from another river, which is a little stream that comes off the mountain, it's called the Mangateao. If you've heard of that name, that's where Percy and I come from, or were born. It's a little bush place. If you blink, you might miss it. But there was a school there,
Yeah.
okay? And so upstream, maybe about 2 or 3 k's, I'll put 2 k's upstream, was this little place called the Mangateao. This is where Mangateao, this is where we were born.
Both of you.
Yeah, in the area.
Yep.
With, now there were 5 fighting chiefs known to be some of the most damaging chiefs of New Zealand history come from the Mangateao.
Really?
And there were 5 of these chiefs, and that's who we stem from.
Wow.
From the bush, upstream from the Wanganui River, is where we come from. Okay? Now, unlike Percy grew up down there, I left there. My mother said I was the last of her babies to be had down there, and the other siblings that came after me were born in Ratahi. They had a hospital there. So they were born on a flash plate. But I was born in front of an open fire
Yep.
on an earthen floor.
Wow.
And I imagine Percy would have had a similar
Same.
birth.
Yep. Wow.
Now, I think Percy might be a year or 2 younger than me. How old
Okay.
would he be if he was alive today?
I-
Or what year was he born?
Oh, we don't know.
Dad died at age 51. It would
24
be 24
years
years
ago.
this year, in
24.
July.
Oh my God.
So he would be
75.
Was he born in
75 this
39?
year. He'll be 75 in December.
70?
5 in December.
And when?
December the 8th. I'm the 4th. 2nd of
4.
December.
This coming?
Yes,
Yeah.
he'll be 75.
So it's 2
75.
years.
Okay, well, he's going to be 75. I knew I was older than him. I'm going to be 77.
You're the
Ah.
same age as
See,
Mum's
I knew there was a
76
year
this
or two difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I always thought there was 2 years.
Only a little bit, eh?
Yeah,
So,
75.
Now, I didn't meet Percy till I was 15, 16 years of age.
Ah,
Like Carl and Maui.
Okay, and how I met Percy was that Percy was raised by, I think he was raised by his uncle, Whānau Bishop. Okay, and I remember Percy's father, real father, and my Whānau Bishop was a very prominent man down the Mangateao
I did
Valley.
hear that.
Very prominent. There was a farm down there. I'm not sure whether the farm was sold, but they had a little farm down there.
See if your dad's on there.
And so Whānau Bishop had sons and daughters, and he had a son called Reg, which was older than me,
Uncle
which
Reg.
Percy grew up with.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Reg, well, see, Reg was just a bit older than me, but younger than, Percy younger than me. And so, but the people I remember more than anything of Percy was that I think he was brought up by Whānau Bishop's daughter called Mari.
No, don't worry, he's going to talk. He won't even.
Mari was a Williams.
No.
Oh.
Let's take this.
Married a Williams, which was my father's youngest brother. So Murray was married to my uncle,
I think I left it in the oven too long.
Bob Williams, and I think that's who brought Percy up.
Sorry.
But Percy's, I should say, Whānau Bishop's daughter was Mari married to my uncle.
Oh, so that's the connection with you.
Yeah,
Related.
yeah.
Is that the connection there?
And that's where I met Percy the first time, because my uncle came up to the Macronui, and it was December, we were just getting out of school, and he wanted me to come down to work in the shearing shed as a presser. That's how, when I first met Percy. And so we were young boys.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's how I know that Percy was virtually raised by Whānau Bishop's daughter called Mari, who was married to my father's youngest brother,
Oh.
Bob Williams.
Oh.
You see? So I know the story,
Yeah, yeah.
and I seen where they stayed and where I came from.
Yep.
You see? Now, what I would suggest to you
Here, Dad, let's drink.
at some point in time, well, bless your Kai. Did we bless your Kai?
Okay, I'll bless
Hey?
it. I'll bless it.
How about we have one of our visitors bless our Kai?
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Our dear Father in heaven, we're grateful for this food before us. We're so grateful for our family here, for sharing the stories of our Father. Whoopsies. We're grateful for the love that we feel. We ask you to bless the food. that we might enjoy it as we share it together. And we humbly pray for these things in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I don't know.
All good, Dan. All good.
And I had my eyes closed.
I'm not even related.
All right. I'm going to make a suggestion to you. you could have a lot of entitlement here. There's a Maori land court here, right here in Hamilton, in all the major centres. And in that land court, we could find out, because either Percy's real parent, father, or Whānau
I'll
Bishop,
get that now. I'm going to get it now.
We know nothing about that, Uncle. We don't know.
you would have land
Yeah.
there that
Mum, I was
Has-
with Mum before she died.
hasn't
She
been
said
claimed, but on the
Dad
record,
had land for his
and it'd
son.
be easy to pick
I
up.
said, I don't care.
Well, his.
For our brothers.
Okay, will be in your dad's name
Mum told me Dad had put land away for our brothers.
and sisters. We don't.
More the brothers.
That's
though.
right. We
No,
don't.
we don't.
do-
Well,
Mate.
the Mangateao, there was a lot of land, but I'm not sure whether a lot of it got sold.
Okay.
But just the same, I'm sure you'd have
So,
an
Uncle, just a
entitlement.
question. You know how you said that he was raised and Reggie was his uncle? You said Reg was his uncle. What's Uncle Ray then to Dad?
You know, I saw the picture of Ray, and it wasn't until I saw him that I remember his name. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That's
How-
Uncle.
Yeah, I haven't. I
His
wouldn't have
wife,
recognised.
Auntie Mill.
Who's that?
Auntie Mill, his wife.
I don't know who his wife is.
And Uncle,
Yeah.
there's also, we remember Uncle Whānau and Auntie Vincia. And
Okay, Whānau was
This is
Dad's little brother.
Percy's real brother.
Yes. And I only just
Eh?
learned that. I thought
Whānau
it
was older. Whānau was about my
Oh,
age.
so Whānau was the eldest child then of Te Niwa and...
Well, I'm not sure whether he was the oldest, but I remember Whānau.
Yeah.
You see, and he was a little different to Percy.
They did say that. The aunties and uncles said, nah, he was a mongrel of a man. this is Uncle Ray and Auntie Merle and Auntie Vincia, because Auntie Vincia was married to him. They said Percy
That's
was different.
his
He was
wife
good.
there.
Mischief,
Yeah.
but good.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
now
your
who
dad-
is that?
well,
Uncle Whānau's wife.
Vincia.
Your
Vincia,
dad
the
stayed with
first
us
one.
Now,
for
where's
about
Whānau?
maybe 3 or 6
passed
months
away.
before
Percy
you
Oh,
died.
is that right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I knew Whānau.
I thought it was in
I
Perth
knew him. He was a lot
initially,
different
and
to
then
Percy.
Sydney.
I don't remember.
Was he?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
like night and
But
chalk
he
and
came and
cheese.
stayed with us
Oh, really?
and worked.
Well, that's
maybe about
just
a
in
year,
my
I think.
opinion.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you all came over.
Yeah.
So he stayed with us all that time.
Yeah, I
and
know.
so I got.
To meet him and know him, eh?
Yeah, I got
Is
very
that
close to him.
Hiram?
Oh,
No,
did
you
you?
did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling
And Maui
me.
did too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Maui, yeah.
When you told me that story, I don't think I told Shri yet.
Don't tell me, I've already just had a silk face.
I know when you were saying the prayer.
Here's what I'm going to make a suggestion to you. So don't faint, okay?
I'll try
I
not
might
to.
cry, but
You need to come home and spend a week,
Yeah, we do.
And connect.
and you will stay at our marae,
We don't even know what our marae is.
okay? Because not far from there was another marae when Whānau Bishop, first wife, died, who virtually raised Percy, okay? He married another lady that came just down the road from our marae to there's another marae about a
Make sure he
couple of
stays
k's, away,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Can you see him through the?
And
Yep.
what I'm suggesting is that you get your family to come back and spend a week, okay? And you come back and you stay on our marae, okay? We can organise things from here, and we got the best marae in the whole valley. It's only a little marae, but it's the most comfortable,
Mangateao Nui.
and it's a very good marae. So you'll be able to stay there, and then we can run you down to the Mangateao, to where he was raised and lived. Now, I'm not sure, I have a feeling the place got sold, but I'm not sure. But you'll be able to see and
Even just to see
identify.
it, yeah, it would be
Plus,
nice.
you'll be able to see others that you hear about but you don't know about.
Yeah.
And it means that at some point in time, if your family could get together, because it costs money to move from Aussie to here,
Yeah.
but we're doing it all the time. We're either in and out of Aussie and, like yo-yos. So if we can do it, well, the bishops can do it too. And so it's a